Hello, stunning people! My name is Beane, and welcome to the Salt Lick Sessions. I don't mean to brag, but this next artist literally teaches the craft of songwriting. Take notes, people. This is Mary Bragg.
I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou, saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat. If I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Gonna see my baby again, gonna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'll feel better again on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat. If I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Oh, that burly man by my side, the silver moon and the evening tide. Oh, some sweet day gonna take away this hurting inside. Oh, I'll never be blue, my dreams come true on Blue Bayou.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, good
Oh
morning.
my gosh, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure to be here, Beane.
You really squeezed us into the schedule today.
Yes.
You have a set in an hour?
Let's not talk about that.
We're not talking about it. We're not talking about it. We're moving. We're moving and we're grooving. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I would love to just hear about your journey as an artist, as a human, just get a little inside scoop, sneak peek into who you are, you know? Tell me where you're from.
Well, I'm originally from a sweet little town in Georgia called Swainsboro. I was there the first 18 years of my life and went to school in Georgia, and then moved to New York and sort of looked for myself and tried to learn my way around a song, and realized I needed to move to Nashville to do that properly, at least for me. And so I, spent a long time in Nashville too. And at the moment, I'm back in New York, actually, in Brooklyn. And I know it's kind of fantastic.
Yeah.
And yeah, but happy to be anywhere the work is, anywhere the songs are,
So what about the sweet southern Georgia Belle made you want to go up to the north?
I don't know.
Yeah. What about New York drew you there?
I think it was just the energy of it, and I think probably growing up in a really small, quiet town might have been the reason why I was so attracted to something that was like the opposite of what I had grown up in. But I think I thrive on people and conversations, and any place where there's a lot of that, I feel excited, and obviously like the culture and diversity and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like everything about the city, almost everything about the city, I totally love. And yeah, it's a joy to be there.
So when you write, is it, if you had to pick some place to put it, is it a release for yourself? Is it giving a vessel to other people's stories? What is Mary's songwriting extravaganza? Tell me about it.
I always try to serve the song in the room. I don't always know what the intent is. A lot of people love to know exactly what the intent is. But I find that for me sometimes that's a bit of a blurred line. So yesterday, for example, I had a write with a couple of friends, and it was such a joy. And we did have an intended, the artist was in the room, and sort of we're all like serving that thing. But the beauty of it is that, like, even though that song in particular was for somebody else, in someone else's artist career, whatever, it's still like so much of my own story and my writer's voice and the other writers' voices in the room. Like, it's sort of it becomes this beautiful amalgamation of people and heart, as long as we're like all doing our best work,
Totally.
Yeah.
Was there a moment when you thought to yourself, oh, I can fully support myself with music now?
It wasn't until I moved to Nashville when I forced myself to quit my job. I was like, my undergrad's in journalism, and so I went to New York and naturally got a job as a receptionist at a big investment bank. And so then I was like on the administrative track for a while. So like it was a way for me to like do the thing that I needed to do, which was like find myself, learn how to write songs and play songs. But it wasn't until I left the comfort and ease of having a W-2 that that I moved to Nashville and like forced myself to learn how to make money as a writer and an artist, which of course is a very difficult thing. And I was very poor for a long time, and I would say it was only 5 or 7 years ago that I was like, oh, this might work out. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think as long as I can continue to, well, for any artist, like as long as we can all continue to like focus on the work and like figure out what it is that matters to people, then maybe the rest of it will fall into place.
If you woke up tomorrow and you woke up as a 16-year-old in your 16-year-old bed, but with all the knowledge that you've gained, what would you do differently?
Everything. I think it's really funny because like I didn't grow up with the internet, so the internet was still. I mean, I had the internet when I was 16, but like we're talking like dial-up AOL chat rooms kind of situation. Like if I had grown up in this day and age, it's like almost an entirely moot point because literally I would not be the same person because everyone would be different if we had all been raised in a different way. So I really do not know how to answer that question.
Invest in Amazon, maybe?
Oh my gosh, those are things that, yeah, I think
do that.
We definitely could all look back at things, but then it would be insider trading of some kind. I'm not really sure.
Feel corrupt? Yeah. Right. So tell me, what do we have to look forward to from you?
In general?
Just like
or
in general,
today.
what is the hot button topic in your life right now?
Love, I would say.
Love.
Because, you know, I've been through some hard times in the last few years. And, you know, I sort of, at my shows these days, I always just try to, like, with this song Love Each Other that I'll play today, there's this option to be kind that we, in theory, know is there, but when things get hard, we do not, myself included, we do not always choose to love each other. And I think we ought to, you know.
Well, I can't wait to hear it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you,
Yeah,
Beane.
let's do some music.
I keep my opinions to myself, 'cause when I don't, I get in trouble every time. I leave being right to someone else till we can talk again, without losing our minds. The TV lives to load us up with ammunition. It keeps them in business and keeps us far apart. We've all been guilty of defending our positions with stubborn minds and angry hearts. Wish we could love each other, instead of always getting into it. Wish we could love each other, wish we could love each other through it. My brother called me up last week, it had been a while. I used to tell him everything. Now we just talk to say we did, we mince our words. We've gotten good at tiptoeing. I can't forget how bad it got last Thanksgiving. We bowed our heads and gave thanks for the meal. Then he said things that he knew would push every button in me, and I couldn't help but tell him how I feel. Wish we could love each other, instead of always getting into it. Wish we could love each other, wish we could love each other through it. I'm not asking for a miracle, don't tell me it's impossible to love each other. Oh, wish we could love each other, instead of always getting into it. Wish we could love each other, wish we could love each other through it.
Hey stunning people, it's Beane. Make sure to check out the Salt Lick Sessions YouTube channel and subscribe.